$40,000 for all the money I transferred to Panama. $10,000 for the wedding because there's a scam.
I didn't want to have a wedding. You wanted a wedding. Why I owe you $12,000 for what?
For all the work that I've done on the K1 and the green card. So to go through the divorce.
Yeah, and also on top of that, he's also asking Jasmine to pay him $5K for the divorce. Gino's a madman. Like, he wrote a whole list, right, of all the expenses. And at first, when I read that last week, I didn't think that the 5K was going to be, like, Jasmine's to pay. But he's basically saying for them to get divorced, Jasmine has to pay. Amongst everything else that's ridiculous on that list, how can you ask for a divorce and then say to that person that you want to divorce, you're not going to pay? Somebody make that make sense. Gino's so trash.
So all this money adds up to a good $70,000.
The guy can't even do maths. To be fair, the whole internet couldn't do maths. Everybody was putting down 75K. Like, bruh, that is literally 76K because literally showed us the calculator, and he said himself it was 75,900 and something. You round it up, that's 70 freaking 6K. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the 70K came from. Is ridiculous, and the 75. But either way, the matter of fact is the whole money thing is just dumb. It's just dumb as hell. It shouldn't be happening. But this man right here, oh boy, he's a walking flipping deal breaker.
And it's with me. It was a scam, it's marriage fraud to the T.
You know, he likes to. The relationship, the marriage was a scam. Broski, you met her on the Sugar Baby website. If she was a fraud or a scammer, whatever, well, what would you expect? You met a woman that was looking for a man to pay for all of her expenses because she didn't want to work or whatever the reason was. And you're surprised that she may have been scamming you? That it may have been a fraud situation? But guess what though? It can't be a scam or a fraud if you're aware of your services you're providing that person. He knew full well that his whole purpose, you know, being around Jasmine was to pay her money. That's how he met her. So how can he accuse her of being a fraud or whatever the hell he's trying to accuse her of? Brain cells left the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Left the chat.
And the marriage didn't work.
No, I'm sorry. That is criminal because the marriage was never true.
That I am right now carrying a baby, and you choose right at this moment to call me to try.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Black, but why should you care about you carrying a baby? I get her point. Obviously, you rang her, you tried to give her stress at a time when she's pregnant, which obviously isn't good for a woman. But why should you care? You went and got pregnant by a whole other dude whilst you married him. Why should you care? That it sounds savage, but to be honest, the fact that she tried to use that as a way to get sympathy out of him was just pointless as hell. But I get it. If he ever cared about you, then he should care about that. But she knows for this man never cared about her. So why would he care about that? Do you see what I'm saying? If you was with somebody that actually truly cared for you, they would wish the best for you. If you were with someone in this situation that was with you based on finances, they never cared about you.
Threaten me with immigration.
Go back to Panama and I would be happy.
You choose this moment, just to threaten me. What kind of person you are?
This moment, Jasmine, I just found out you're pregnant with some other guy's kid.
Oh my God, the intensity. Which, to be fair, he's not lying. To be honest with you, any leeway Jasmine ever had in this guy, it's gone now. She really tried to, play the victim and really tried to get some empathy out of him or something like that. It was never going to happen. I don't know why she was trying, to be honest with you. Anyway, let's continue.
You never wanted a baby. You never even wanted to sleep with me.
That is true, to be fair. Gino kept talking about how he wanted the kids with Jasmine, but yet he wouldn't sleep with her, which is something that we all question. How can you have a baby with someone that you don't want to sleep with? Make that make sense.
You hate me, Gino.
It was a scam from the beginning. I've already gone immigration. You'll hear from them soon.
Well, I'm curious. Did she ever hear from the immigration? I've already called immigration. You're going to hear from them soon. Gino's a piece of work. He's trash. Trash upon trash. Yeah. So is Jasmine. Yeah. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, this is going to be one of the most pettiest storylines I've ever seen in my life. One of the pettiest storylines I've ever seen in my life. I mean, but the saddest thing is there are men out there and there are women out there that if you are in a relationship with them, it is based on finances. And when things don't work out, there's a people out there that will actually demand and ask for their money back. That is a thing, sadly so. So people, be careful. When you're out there trying to find a connection with someone, make sure that person's connecting for the right reasons. Okay? And this is why I always say that, in my humble opinion, one of the worst things a woman can do for herself is to purposely find a man to marry her who's going to. This is okay. So this is why I said women, like, realistically, being a housewife isn't really a good idea, myself in particular, because one of the downfalls of that is that your whole life is based on living on your man's paycheck. So whenever things don't go well in your relationship, what leverage do you have? And when I say that, I mean what leverage do you have to leave the relationship? Because what happens is when you're not working, you're not earning your own money. You feel trapped in a relationship because you feel like you can't leave, because you feel like you can't afford to leave. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So there are so many things that are so bad about relationships that are based on financials. That's why I always say that, really and truly, especially in today's society, everybody should be working in a relationship. Everybody in a relationship should be able to know that if it's not working, they can leave. They can leave because they can financially support themselves. If you're in a relationship where you know that you will never be able to financially support yourself because you threw your career out the window or whatever just to become blah 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 blah, understand that's what you signed up for. I hope I made sense. But nonetheless, though, I'll catch you guys later on today for my live stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.